Good evening. As Executive Vice President for Academic and Medical Affairs and Dean of the College of Osteopathic Medicine, it is my sincere honor to welcome you tonight to the 2010 Honors and Awards Convocation. This ceremony honors the 246 candidates of the class of 2010 who will receive the Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine degree on the 124th commencement of the College of Osteopathic Medicine on Saturday. On behalf of KCUMB's Board of Trustees, administration, and faculty and staff, I want to commend these candidates for their commitment to excellence. The class of 2010 is exceptional, made up of those individuals who truly exemplify the core values of our university. We are so very proud of their accomplishments in academic performance, accomplishments in clinical performance, accomplishments in research and scholarly activity, accomplishments in leadership on a local, a state, and a national level, accomplishments in the service of others, especially those who are called to the most, the poor and the needy. The individual students we honor tonight are but a reflection of the entire class and its accomplishments together. This class, your sons and your daughters, your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren, your brothers and your sisters, your husbands and your wives, your mommies and your daddies, your family, your friends, and our family and our friends. This class represents all we hope for in our students as we help prepare them for the lives and the future of serving humanity. This class has made a difference and will make an amazing difference to the countless number of lives as they go forward. So as we begin this convocation, it is now my sincere pleasure to introduce the president of the class of 2010, Nathan Scott Hall, who will address the class and those who are assembled here tonight in your honor.
Good evening, class of 2010, family and friends. It's been a while since I've had the pleasure of standing in front of you. I think the last time I remember doing this was 2 short years ago, probably clapping about something or another. But tonight is a fun night. We all get to be here together again, in the same room, sharing memories and catching up. Nothing against our friends and family, but this is the way it used to be for 2 years, every day. When you stop and think about it, it's pretty crazy to think 4 years ago, graduation was the least of our worries. But it's finally here. Because this night, it's just us again, I would like to share a few of my memories about our class over these past few years. I will never forget sitting in those seats the first day of orientation. I was so nervous. I think I was more nervous about how many strangers were sitting next to me than actual medical school itself. But like we all did, we began to acquaint ourselves with one another. One of the first few people I met were what I like to call the Southern boys, Blake Boyette and Britt Cross. They seemed like really nice guys, but the only thing was, I couldn't understand a word they were saying. And 4 years later, I still have no clue what they're saying. But not long after that, I met another influential person. It was about 3 sections into medical school, and I was convinced we had a celebrity in our class from a television show. How many of you have seen the TV show Mythbusters? I truly thought we had the guy from Mythbusters in our class. But as it turns out, it was just Hal Clark. Anyhow, the days pressed on and the sections of medical school passed by. And I tried everything to relieve the stress of school. Weightlifting was one of the ways I relieved the stress. While it may not appear that way, I was down there quite often. And strangely enough, those who I like to call the weightlifters happen to always be down there too. The guys I'm referring to are the ones whose biceps are bigger than my legs. For example, one day I was down in the weight room with Brent Dump Truck Knudsen. He came up and asked me to spot him squatting. Now, if you know Brent, he's literally twice my size and could squat even more than that. So gladly I said sure. But little did I know he had over 500 pounds on that bar. He went down okay, but coming up was a little bit more of a struggle. He said, "Nathan, help." I said, "I am." Needless to say, those weightlifters never asked me to help them anymore. Then how could anyone forget the gunners of our class? Now, I will not mention any names, but you guys were great. You were always down there in the anatomy lab, teaching us and showing off your knowledge. And the few of you that got the OMT skills down, you went around Smith Hall teaching the mass crowds how to manipulate someone. While there are more stories I can tell about snowball fights on campus and intramural sports, these are just a few of my memories from medical school. We all came here to get a good education from a great school. But besides being trained to become physicians, we gained so much more. We gained a family. I feel honored to be a part of the class of 2010. Standing up here in front of you today means more than you can imagine. Excuse me. I don't know about most of you, but I was not supposed to be in medical school. I was told by family and friends, especially those people from the MCAT, that medical school might not be right for me. But hey, look at me now. Look at all of us now. We made it. We did it together. Whether you recognize it or not, we pushed each other to become who we are today. We have laughed and cried, loved each other, and been there for one another. And now we can all celebrate this special night together, just us. Sitting in the auditorium, we will be graduating in 2 short days, as an entire class is pretty cool. While Saturday may be the last time we are all together, we will always have the memories of each other. And as they say, the end of something marks the beginning of something new. But that end also gives us opportunities like tonight to remember how lucky we are to have each other and to have a chance to become physicians. As for residency, I wish you all the best of luck. And if you ever get discouraged, just remember my 3 C's of being a good resident. Always be calm, confident, and passionate. Okay, just seeing if you're still awake out there. In closing, I'd like to leave you with a quote from a song, "For My Hopes for You," the class of 2010. My wish for you is that all of your dreams come true, and that your dreams stay big and your worries stay small. And remember, someone out there loves you. So go this evening and do all the good you can in all the ways you can. Thanks, and congratulations, class of 2010. And one more quick thing for old time's sake. I think most in the class know what I'm talking about. Let's give ourselves a slow round of applause. So here we go. There we go. Congratulations, you guys.
I would ask Mark Steven Swartz, Vice President of the Class of 2010, to now come forward and make the traditional presentation on behalf of the Class of 2010.
Good evening. I'm privileged to be here today to honor Nathan Hall for his service to the Class of 2010 and to KCUMB. Nathan has been a student at KCUMB for the past 5 years. No, it did not take him that long to get where we are today. He was a member of the inaugural class of the Masters of Biosciences program. Nathan has spent these years as a leader at this university. He has been both class president and student government president. I have been fortunate to have had the opportunity to serve as vice president alongside Nathan. He has made the job easy and enjoyable. Nathan always put the needs of the class of 2010 and the university at the top of his list. Nathan has had a way to gain the attention of those he is working with, whether he was leading the class in a session of organized clapping or starting a student government meeting by teaching everyone how to do the Cupid Shuffle. He has had a way to lift the spirits of everyone who surround him. When I think of Nathan, I have a difficult time thinking of a moment that Nathan did not have a smile on his face. He always seems to be in a good mood and always spreads his smile. I still have not figured out how Nathan had the time to study with all of the time and energy that he put into student government. Not only has Nathan been a strong leader, he has led this class with high character. If there is any one thing that is evidenced by Nathan's daily choices, it is his character. I truly believe what Thomas Macaulay said: "The measure of a man's real character is what he would do if he knew he would never be found out." Nathan always believes in doing the right thing, and as president, always worked hard to find a solution to problems that would benefit the entire class and university. Today, we as a school and community recognize and celebrate the choices and the sacrifices that he has made. As Nathan and I end our term as president and vice president, I will no longer call Nathan Mr. President, but can now call him what he has been all along, my friend and esteemed colleague. Nathan, from myself, the student government, and the class of 2010, thank you. And we want to present you today with this plaque, and we also got you, since you're going into a pediatric residency, an infant stethoscope and a child-friendly tie.
I would now like to introduce KCUMB's Acting President, Chief Executive Officer, and Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Dr. H. Danny Weaver.
Good evening. I'm honored to be standing before you tonight as we recognize the 246 members of the class of 2010. They have applied themselves in significant academic discipline for a challenging 4 years, many at great personal sacrifice in a very strenuous medical regimen. We would like to begin the honors and awards portion of the convocation by paying tribute to our 2010 graduates in honor of the fulfillment of their goals in becoming capable and dedicated physicians. Will the class of 2010 please stand and be recognized? Thank you. It is now our privilege to recognize the class of 2010 honored graduates, the members of Sigma Sigma Phi, Psi Sigma Alpha, and those graduating with honors, cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude. Membership in Sigma Sigma Phi Honor Society is based upon the advancement of the osteopathic profession through scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Certificates were presented to 36 candidates earlier today. Dr. Rance McLean, Associate Professor of Family Medicine and sponsor of Sigma Sigma Phi Honor Society, will join in recognizing the 36 members of Sigma Sigma Phi.
As a Sigma Sigma Phi award recipient, when your name is called, please rise and remain standing. We ask that you hold all applause until all 36 recipients have been recognized. Recipients will wear honor cords on Saturday during the commencement ceremonies. Sigma Sigma Phi award recipients are Heather Lee Andrews, Kirsten Elizabeth Brown, Hal Jackson Clark, Wendy A. Dinkle, Stephanie Ann Donnelly, Rebecca Ann Falgren, Kristen Stonebreaker Gillenwater, Evan Scott Gillespie, Ann Helen Hansen, Ashley Elizabeth Heisel, Nona Marie Hollenbaugh, Richard Edward Hosch, Kristen Danielle Hummel, Anna Elizabeth Lasota, Emily Rochelle Linklater, Shannon Dawn Lorimer, Ashley Marie McCurry, Megan Maureen McGreevy, Charlene Ann Murphy, Michelle Renee Orm, Paige Elizabeth Palladino, Deepa Patel, Stacy Nicole Reinches, Christopher Charles Ryan, Natalie K. Schaller, Michael Aaron Schick, Jennifer Jo Schubert, Andrea Ellen Schwartz, Mark Stephen Schwartz, Elizabeth Ray Severson, James F. Stewart, Mary Frances Stever, Christopher W. Swift, Elizabeth Ann Weatherman, Ryan Michael Waite, and Tracy Lynn Zeilinger. Congratulations. Sigma Sigma Phi annually presents the Outstanding Senior Award in recognition of excellence in leadership, scholarship, character, and service. I am pleased to announce the 2010 recipient of the Sigma Sigma Phi Outstanding Senior Award to Mark Stephen Schwartz.
Thank you.
Membership in Psi Sigma Alpha is based upon high scholastic aptitude and exemplary professional component. It is limited to the top 15% of the class in academic rank. Certificates have been presented to 39 candidates who will wear medallions during commencement ceremonies Saturday. Dr. Pam Thomas, Associate Professor of Anatomy and sponsor of Psi Sigma Alpha, will recognize the Psi Sigma Alpha Award recipients.
As each recipient's name is called, please stand and remain standing, and please hold your applause until all 39 recipients are recognized. Heather Lee Andrews, Louis D. Bailey, Orson Daniel Bangert, Jeremy Ronald Brown, Cody McEwen Christensen, Hal Jackson Clark, Stephanie Ann Donnelly, Winter M. Dowland, Brent Aaron Duran, Robert F. Frobenius III, Jessica Lynn Gangler, Seth Thomas Gangler, Evan Scott Gillespie, Bryn Ann Hawes, Nona Marie Hollenbaugh, Richard Edward Hosch, Tara Lee Katz, Anna Elizabeth Lasota, Joyce Lamurti, Emily Rochelle Linklater, Talon Cray Meningus, Tracy Curtis Marchant, Megan Maureen McGreevy, Amy Marie O'Connor, Michelle Renee Orm, Paige Elizabeth Palladino, Sneha Fadki, Stacy Nicole Renchus, Jacob Carl Lewis Rumley, Michael Ann Schick, Elizabeth Ray Severson, Tracy Grant Sisk, Joshua Forrest Stevenson, James F. Stewart, Mary Frances Stever, Ian Craig Talbot, Philip S. Wilsey, Daniel Ray York, and Tracy Lynn Zeilinger. Congratulations. Thank you.
I am privileged to present to you 29 members of the class of 2010 who will graduate with Latin honors in recognition of didactic cumulative grade point averages between 3.704 and 3.966. Recipients will each receive a medallion to be worn Saturday during commencement ceremonies, and the Latin honors will be noted on the face of their diplomas. As each recipient is called, please rise and remain standing. We ask that you please again hold applause until the recipients have all been recognized. Those graduating cum laude with distinction with a cumulative grade point average of 3.704 to 3.791 are Cody McEwen Christensen, Paige Elizabeth Palladino, Tara Lee Katz, Elizabeth Ray Severson, Jessica Lynn Gingler, Michael Aaron Schick, Evan Scott Gillespie, Emily Rochelle Linklater, Joyce Lamurti, Tracy Grant Sisk, Stephanie Ann Donnelly, Amy Marie O'Connor. Those graduating magna cum laude with great distinction with the cumulative grade point averages of 3.793 to 3.892 are Talon Cray Meningus, Megan Maureen McGreevy, Nona Marie Hollenbaugh, Jacob Carl Lewis Rumley, Daniel Ray York, Bryn Ann Hawes, Ann Elizabeth Lasota, Mary Frances Stever, Michelle Renee Orm, Orson Daniel Bangert, Tracy Lynn Zellinger, Louis D. Bailey. Those graduating summa cum laude with greatest distinction with the cumulative grade point averages of 3.895 to 3.966 are Ian Craig Talbot, Stacy Nicole Reinches, James F. Stewart, Joshua Forrest Stevenson, and Hal Jackson Clark. Please join me in recognizing all the Kansas City University of Medicine and Biosciences Latin Honors graduates.
Joining us on stage are the faculty and staff who will serve as presenters for our awards convocation. They include Dr. Rance McLean, Associate Professor of Family Medicine, Dr. Pam Thomas, Associate Professor of Anatomy, Dr. H. Danny Weaver, Acting President, Chief Executive Officer, and Chairman of the Board of Trustees. Dr. Josh Cox, Associate Professor of Family Medicine. Dr. Robert Stevens, Professor and Chair of Anatomy and Associate Dean of the College of Biosciences. Dr. Alan Glaris, Professor and Associate Dean of Basic Medical Sciences. Dr. Paul Dew, Professor of Preventive Medicine. Dr. Larry Seegers, Associate Professor of Pharmacology and Chair of Microbiology and Pharmacology. Dr. Diane Carius, Associate Professor of Physiology and Director of the Human Patient Simulator Program. Dr. Norbert Seidler, Professor and Chair of Biochemistry. Dr. John Doherty, Associate Dean of Clinical Education and Medical Affairs and Professor and Chair of Family Medicine. Dr. Patrick Clay, Associate Professor of Pharmacology and Director of Clinical Research. Dr. Gautam Desai, Associate Professor of Family Medicine and Executive Director of the Kesselheim Center for Clinical Competence. Dr. Michelle Langaker, Assistant Professor and Acting Chair of Obstetrics and Gynecology. Dr. Mike Johnston, Professor and Chair of Internal Medicine. Dr. Rick McGee, Assistant Professor and Chair of Pediatrics. Dr. Kevin Treffer, Associate Professor of Family Medicine and Discipline Coordinator of Osteopathic Manipulative Medicine. Dr. Mary Pat Wolford Wessels, Executive Vice President for Research and Institutional Effectiveness, and Beth DeLossie, Vice President for Advancement.
The President's Award honors a member of the graduating class who, by personal and professional conduct, has made significant and meritorious contributions in service to the greater community while enrolled as a student at the university. In so doing, this individual has enhanced the public image of the osteopathic medicine and exemplifies the core values that guide our mission. I am pleased to present the 2010 President's Award to Rebecca Ann Falgren.
The Dean's Award recognizes and honors a member of the senior class who, by personal and professional conduct, has made meritorious and significant contributions to the university community while enrolled as a student. In particular, by participating in student affairs and the general program in a manner that has enhanced the overall quality and spirit of the College of Osteopathic Medicine. It is with great pleasure that I present the 2010 Dean's Award to Elizabeth Ray Severson.
The Undergraduate Osteopathic Manipulative Medicine Fellowship takes place between the third and fourth years of study and consists of 1 year of intense and advanced training, application, and teaching of osteopathic manipulative medicine. OMM fellows are directly involved in academic, clinical, and research aspects of osteopathic medicine. I am pleased to present this award to Matthew Wade Jones and Sarah Irene Reichert.
The Fellowship in Clinical Anatomy is awarded to 3 osteopathic medical students based upon academic performance in anatomy and service to students as teaching assistants and tutors. The fellowship is a rigorous 11-month program that involves extensive teaching and research in clinical anatomy. This plaque is awarded to those students who have successfully completed the requirements of a fellowship in clinical anatomy. The 2010 recipients are Shannon Don Lorimer, Erin Michelle Smith, and Hassan Zaire.
The Basic Science Research Award is presented in recognition of significant participation and aptitude in basic science research. The award goes to Gerald Ronson Terrio Montano.
I'm just honored with this award. I didn't know I got it, so thank you.
The Missouri State Medical Association Honors Graduate Award is presented in recognition of a member of the state chapter of the American Medical Association with outstanding achievement in the study of medicine. The Missouri State Medical Association Honors Graduate Award goes to Andrea Jean Chadburn.
Thank you.
The award in infectious disease medicine is presented in recognition of significant participation, interest, and most importantly, scholarly achievement in microbiology and in infectious disease. I am pleased to present this award to Orson Daniel Bangert.
The American Medical Women's Association Glasgow Rubin Commendation for Academic Achievement are presented to women students who graduate in the top 10% of their class. The Glasgow Rubin Commendations honor the sisters of Dr. Maud Glasgow, an American Medical Women's Association member who was a pioneer in preventive medicine, public health, and a crusader for the advancement of women in medicine. As your name is called, please come to the stage using the steps to your left to receive the Glasgow Rubin Commendation for Academic Achievement. Stephanie Ann Donley, Jessica Lynn Gangler, Bryn Ann Hawes, Nuna Marie Holenbach, Anna Elizabeth Lasota, Joyce Lamurdy, Emily Rochelle Linklater, Megan Maureen McGreevy, Amy Marie O'Connor, Michelle Renee Orm, Stacy Nicole Reiniches, Mary Frances Stever, and Tracy Lynn Zeilinger.
The Robert J. Cotter Surgery Award is presented in recognition of excellence in general surgery clinical training. It is my pleasure to present the scholarship and certificate to Tracy Lynn Zeilinger.
The American Academy of Neurology Medical Student Prize for Excellence is presented for exemplary scientific achievement and clinical acumen in neurology or neuroscience and outstanding personal qualities of integrity, compassion, and leadership. I'm pleased to present this award to Tara Ann Quisnell.
The Warren Tuttle Pharmacology Award was renamed in 2001 upon the retirement of Dr. Warren Tuttle to honor his 30 years of dedicated service and teaching here at Kansas City University of Medicine and Biosciences, and his dedication to the field of pharmacology. I'm pleased and honored to be able to present this award. Dr. Tuttle was actually my boss, my mentor. Unfortunately, he was unable to attend the ceremony this evening. He's always prided himself for being here and recognizing the awardee. And so he sends his condolences this evening for a family health issue, but he certainly sends his congratulations to the award winner. The Warren Tuttle Pharmacology Award is presented in recognition of significant achievement in the field of pharmacology, as well as exceptional overall academic achievement. The 2010 Warren Tuttle recipient is Mary Frances Stever.
For only the third time, we are pleased to present the Bernetti Krieger Award. Bernetti Krieger, affectionately known to all of us as Bernie, joined the university in 1954. She served for many years under the late Dr. Mary Lou Butterworth, former professor and chair of anesthesiology and the dean of alumni emeritus. The Bernie Krieger Award is presented in recognition of the graduating student who endeavors to demonstrate exceptional professionalism, empathy, and compassion with patients in the practice of family medicine. We are pleased to present this award to Jeremy Ronald Brown.
The Vesalius Award is presented in acknowledgement and recognition of outstanding performance in the disciplines of human anatomy, histology, and neuroanatomy, as well as service to the Department of Anatomy. It gives me great pleasure to present this award to Shannon Don Lorimer.
The Osteopathic Primary Care Award is presented in recognition of significant dedication to and promise in the field of primary care medicine, as well as commitment to preventative care education and osteopathic principles and practices. We are pleased to present this award to OMM Fellow Sarah Irene Reichert.
The Family Health Foundation Award is presented in recognition of outstanding performance in family medicine clinical clerkships and for leadership, ability, enthusiasm, and scholastic achievement. I am pleased to present this award to Tara Lee Kotz.
Clinical Science Research Award is presented in recognition of significant participation and aptitude in clinical science research. We are pleased to present this award plaque to Anne Helen Hansen.
The Missouri College of Emergency Physicians Ara Hannes, MD, Award is presented in recognition of a Missouri resident who has demonstrated outstanding proficiency in emergency medicine. The recipient is Adam Clayton Flood.
The Excellence in Obstetrics and Gynecology Award is presented in recognition of clinical excellence in obstetrics and gynecology and in recognition of dedication to advancing women's health. I am pleased to present the award to Daniel Ray York.
The Internal Medicine Award is presented in recognition of significant promise in and dedication to the field of primary care medicine, with an emphasis on internal medicine, as well as a general commitment, as well as a genuine commitment to generalist care of patients. It is my honor to present this award to James F. Stewart.
The Henry Holloway Dio Award is presented in recognition of the graduating student who best exemplifies the principles and practices of osteopathic medicine. This year's recipient is OMM Fellow Matthew Wade Jones.
The Matthews Military Honor Graduate Award is named in memory of Colonel H.T. Matthews, the father of retired Colonel Thomas G. Matthews, a West Point graduate and former associate professor and chair of KCUMB's Obstetrics and Gynecology Department. The Matthews Military Honor Graduate Award is presented in recognition of the military graduate who best exemplifies the qualities sought in a military medical corps officer. I'm very pleased and honored to present this award to Mary Frances Stever.
The Achievement Award in Clinical Medicine is presented in recognition of outstanding achievement in clinical sciences. It is our pleasure to present this award to Joshua Forrest Stevenson.
The Thomas V. Thomas, MD Award for Research is presented in recognition of outstanding achievement in presentation and scholarly publication of original research. The late Dr. Thomas, a former clinical professor of thoracic and cardiovascular surgery with the university, was himself a widely published scholar and was associated with several of the top-ranked heart institutes in the country. It's my pleasure to present this award to Christopher Charles Ryan.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this. I'd just like to thank KCUMB for sponsoring my research as a research fellow, and as well as sponsoring me to present throughout the country. Is a great honor, and I really enjoyed representing our school in that way. And also like to recognize Dr. Galeros, my mentor, and Ann Hansen, my research partner, who were very influential throughout the whole process. Thank you.
The Society for Academic Emergency Medicine Excellence in Emergency Medicine Award is presented in recognition of significant proficiency in emergency medicine. It is with great pleasure that we present the Award in Excellence in Emergency Medicine Award to Stacy Nicole Ranches.
The Mary Colleen Alderman Clinical Excellence Award in Pediatrics. Dr. J. Lewis Alderman, retired KCU professor of physiology, and his wife Joyce created the Mary Colleen Alderman Clinical Excellence Award in Pediatrics in memory of their daughter who died at the age of 9 in 1990. Her death renewed a commitment by Dr. Alderman to ensure that the knowledge medical students gain will somehow lessen the risk of young patients. Back there, would you please rise for us to The Mary Colleen Alderman Clinical Excellence Award in Pediatrics is presented in recognition of competence, compassion, and dedication to serving children. I am pleased to present the award to Adia Kamale Taylor.
The George S. Juergens Memorial Award honors the memory of the late George S. Juergens, an instructor at KCU for more than 18 years and a dear friend of mine. Elaine Juergens, his wife, is with us this evening. Elaine, will you please stand to be recognized? The George S. Juergens Memorial Award in Biochemistry is presented in recognition of the student who displays exceptional excellence in biochemistry. The George S. Juergens Memorial Award in Biochemistry goes to Ian Craig Talbot.
Keep it short.
This award was developed in memory of David B. Wheeler, D.O., a forensic pathologist and a member of the class of 1987. David's sister, Diane Wheeler, is with us this evening. Diane, will you please stand and be recognized? The David B. Wheeler, D.O. Memorial Award in Pathology is presented in recognition of excellence in pathology and for continued commitment to advancing the field. This award goes to Elizabeth Ray Severson.
Yeah, short and sweet. I just want to say thank you to the pathology crew because they were wonderful through everything and really was there when I was trying to work on all the pathology stuff. So Dr. Yugoda, Dr. Garcia, and especially Dr. Friedlander, thank you.
The Medical Education Research Award is presented in recognition of significant participation and interest in medical education research. I am pleased to present this year's Medical Education Research Award to Emily Rochelle Linklater.
You're going to have to be strong to carry this one there. Student DO of the Year Award. Established by the Council of Osteopathic Student Government Presidents, the Student DO of the Year Award recognizes an outstanding student at each of the 28 osteopathic medical schools. Criteria for this award are outstanding achievement in 3 areas: service to the community, service to your students, and service to the osteopathic medical profession. The recipient of this year's Student DO of the Year Award is Nathan Scott Hall.
Thank you. I'm back, I guess. I need those weightlifter guys to help me with this. Thank you guys so much for everything. It's been an awesome 4 years. Thank you guys so much.
The Silver Stethoscope Award is presented to the student who graduates second in the class, an extraordinary achievement. Graduating with a 3.959 cumulative grade point average, the recipient of the 2010 Silver Stethoscope Award is Joshua Forrest Stevenson.
Thank you all so much.
Next, we honor the individual who will graduate first in the class of 2010. The recipient of the Gold Stethoscopes Award will serve as a student marshal for the College of Osteopathic Medicine's commencement ceremonies. The student marshal joins the faculty marshal in leading students, faculty, and guest hooders in Saturday's commencement processional. Ladies and gentlemen, graduating first in this class with a 3.966 GPA, we present to you the 2010 recipient of the Gold Stethoscope Award, Hal Jackson Clark.
Probably already said enough, but thank you very much, and I thank you as our faculty. We only can learn what you taught us, and we thank you very much. Thank you.
As we close tonight's convocation, we are grateful and honored to have the opportunity to share in the achievements of this class with you this evening. Please join us in a round of applause for all of our honorees. Candidates and guests, we look forward to seeing you Saturday at the 124th commencement of the College of Osteopathic Medicine. Good night and safe travels.